First of all, I gotta say that this puzzle is really difficult. I'm not even sure if Carlson would be able to solve it. If you ever meet him, ask him to try it out. It is white to move, and let's first of all take a look at the situation, generally speaking. We can see that the white skin here on the h6 is vulnerable, but the black skin is somewhat exposed as well. Black has the rook against the knight, therefore he has some material advantage here. But of course, in a crazy position like that, it's not the most decisive factor. And of course, because so many pieces are hanging, the kings are in danger, you know that, you gotta do something really forcing in order to stay in the game. And the first move here is more or less simple. It is rook to h8, because you can check the king as well as attack the black's queen. King e7 is forced. Red here already there are a few options that white can consider, so here it already becomes not that simple. First of all, what if white just goes ahead and captures the queen? It is actually a mistake, because after that, if black recaptures with the knight, which is the right thing to do, because not only it recaptures the rook, but also it protects the pawn on c6 so that the white's knight cannot capture it with a check. And now all of a sudden it turns out that the white's knights are still hanging. On the next move, black would collect one of them, and he would have two rooks versus the queen, which is about equal balance, and so that does not help white to win. Let's take a move back. Let's see what else can white do instead of rook takes d8. Another move which makes sense for sure is knight takes c6, which is double attack to the black's king and queen. And it may seem like, okay, white's just winning, that is it. But still, it's not that simple, because black goes king to f6, and now if white captures the queen, black stays cool, replies rook takes d1, and it turns out that actually he's winning, because now not only the rook attacks the queen, but also if the queen goes away, the rook is ready to deliver the checkmate on h1. The white's knight on d8 is still hanging as well, therefore black is actually winning here. Therefore, let's take a move back once again and see what else should white play, since capturing the knight actually loses the game for white. And the winning move here, which exists here, but this is the move which, no, is inhumanly possible to find here. This is rook to g8. And yes, it looks like something totally crazy is going on here. White is not capturing the queen, even though he could have taken it either with the rook or with the knight. But he doesn't do that. Instead, he plays this mysterious move, rook takes g8, which seemingly makes no sense at all, and black can now capture almost any of the white's piece. And yet, this crazy move wins the game. Alright, let's figure out what's going on. First of all, what is the point of that mysterious move, rook to g8? What if black just does something, let's say captures the knight? In this case, we realize that the move rook g8 actually made sense, and it pursued certain idea, which I would ask you to think about and to find, because in this case it is a doable puzzle, okay? You need to find the win for white here, so please think about this and write it down in the comments below. Alright, I hope that you can find the winning shot for white here, and therefore let's take one move back and see what else should black do. Of course, instead of capturing the white's knight, it looks a lot more natural for black just go ahead and grab that rook on g8, right? Because, you know, white just played this strange move, giving out the rook, why not to take it? At this point, white finishes the game in style, starting with queens at f5, sacrificing one more piece, and after black takes the queen, which is forced, white goes knight at e7, sacrificing yet another piece. And now after rook takes e7, looks like, you know, white is done actually. He's only got, you know, two pawns and the knight. And at this point, knight gets really angry and decides to, you know, start crushing it. So the knight goes knight at e3. And after king f6, which is forced, the white's knight becomes a real beast and starts collecting the harvest. So it takes on d5 firstly, then it takes the rook. King f6 is forced. Now knight takes g8. White virtually kept the material balanced back by collecting all the black's habit pieces. But now there is still a question, okay, like what should white do now? Because, okay, the material is about equal, but black still has this extra pawn which is ready to go forward and be promoted. But it's not that simple, because white goes back firstly with a couple more checks, and after that he finishes the game with pawn at g4.